up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4". Yeah, the life I live, I was meant for. It's simple, if we up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4".
Old school, new school. You know what it is. You know who it is. OG Lee, UNDE, best father-son podcast in America.
OG Lee in the house. Once again. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, man. Hey,
thank goodness.
Thank goodness again. And we back with another one, episode 48. 48.
Every football fan knows ocho, right?
Cinco?
Ocho cinco, so they can at least say that. Ocho cinco. That's a very smart man if he did what he says he did. Lived off of, I think he said he lived off of like his endorsements or whatever and kept all of his salary.
I've heard of some ocho
like
frugal ways. I don't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, he's still relevant in terms of that.
But I've heard of the ways. On some not so frugal news, I don't know. Is it true they said Kamala paid Beyonce $10 million?
Beyonce?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if she did that, she really rated her
I don't know if it was fake news.
Because they said that she gave Oprah $1 million to do something, whatever Oprah did for her. Which Oprah, people were talking shit to Oprah, and she said that she didn't get anything from Kamala. But then they didn't just ask her, well, what about your company? Did it get? And I'm sure it did. It's business.
Those donations go crazy.
But what did Beyonce do now?
I don't know, truthfully. I mean, I think she performed or no, in like her endorsement, I guess, is what's paid for. Like,
$10 million. Well, I guess if you.
I didn't know if that was just like news that was out there, and I was asleep.
That one. But so it brings into question whether or not they was down for the sister, or when it comes to business, they said to hell with all of that.
Yeah. I kind of hope it's not true. That's like cringy a little bit.
But how would you ever know? Of course, they're not going to admit it. And again, on TV, they could evade it. They asked Oprah, you know what I'm saying? And she said, hey,
and I think
I didn't get nothing.
Meg
She
Stallion,
said, nobody gave me nothing. Yeah. I didn't get nothing. But then again, did your production company get anything? And I don't guess it matters really.
Did your charity receive any donation?
The people donate money, right? And they do know that they use it on their campaign. And if they didn't use it with them black women, who else was they going to use it on? White women or white men. So, hey, why not? You're sharing the wealth. You know what I mean? Shit.
That's how it happens, eh?
And toast to that shit, man. Black women, they really did a good job of voting for Kamala. Even though it was like hard. Catching a freaking falling knife and shit, but they still was like, hey, sisterhood type shit. And hey, more power to them. But I knew Kamala was going to lose, man. As a matter of fact, I would have been kind of disappointed in the system if she would have won. Because it's like Trump was he had so much ground on her. So all of a sudden you pick up within the last 4 months and you running neck and neck with him. I already knew that was a bunch of garbage, man.
What percentage of the presidency do you think is just kind of imagery?
What do you mean as far as how you want that person
who it looks like and like because in my time it's like that's kind of what was going for. I was early like Gore and Bush, and then kind of after.
So you're looking for that type of image,
or I don't know if I'm saying I'm looking for that. I was saying that's like the last kind of president race where it wasn't more of just like a.
Yeah, I was thinking about it,
just looking at the person.
When I gave her just an inkling of a chance to win it, I was thinking that, and as it is really, because she got a lot of votes, that things are changing and people are saying that is the image. But then again, I was asking myself,
because I'm saying even saying like Hillary and Donald Trump, like just like a woman or a man. Yeah. And
Hillary,
of course,
I wonder
Obama.
if Hillary wanted her to win, for it to be a woman as opposed to it being Kamala. I wonder how close they are giving her right there leadership, leadership in the Democratic Party. I wonder if she was really like, oh yeah, I want Kamala to win, or she's like, no, I want that black bitch to win. Shit, I didn't win.
There would have been cop mimosa in somewhere with Bill early morning mimosas with Bill.
Bill would have been trying. Bill would have been on the slide trying to fill Kamala up and shit. Man.
From last night. Mimosas.
Bill would have been trying to fill her up.
Oh man, Billy boy.
Yes, indeed, man. But the presidential election is over, and now the question becomes: now, what do the people want from whoever it was? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Trump said he's got a mandate; he's gonna fill it, man.
Something's coming out. Well, what's gonna be the Trump rollout? Yeah. What are we gearing up for?
I don't know with Trump, man. One thing that's gonna be different though, unlike any other presidency, and that is Elon Musk is going to be very close to Trump. Man. You know,
is that the most, or I guess that we know, like richest, like pal of a president that we know. So usually it's not like
above board. You know what I'm saying? Usually behind the scenes, there's always puppets and shit.
But this guy, he's
puppeteers, I should say.
That's like some new shit.
Yeah, and he's real active. See, some of the billionaires in the past got that way either by luck and the know-how financially. This guy is a fucking genius, IQ-wise especially, but you see what he did? He's coming in, boom, Tesla. So everybody knows him for something that it was just groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Electric cars, right? We wasn't on that shit, and we still not fully, but there was a total new concept that he made happen. Then he's got driverless cars. You know what I'm saying? So people think of him as somebody who's going to come to save the day. Yeah.
Elon and Trump.
And they're looking for him to save the day as far as cutting a lot of costs. You know what I'm saying? So some people may not be happy with him at the end of the day because he's a genius, right? He's coming, but you don't have to be a genius really to trim the fat in our government. But he's going to cost people jobs when he does that. You know what I mean? So
what kind of jobs? Just clerical kind of thing? Robot
anything. If I were to look at it, and if you really wanting to, you got to look at upsetting the economy too if you put too many people out of work. But it would be easy when you just look at it and be like, what does this department do? And then kind of look at it. Of course, he's going to have people under him doing the auditing and shit, right? But if the bottom line comes down to, hey, we don't need this paper pusher right here, we don't need this paper pusher, the kind of people that are going to be eliminated, And when you look at all of the agencies, there's going to be a lot of people eliminated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man, hold up. We got into episode 48. Without even having a little mental health check-in, man.
Yeah.
OG Lee, how you doing over there, bro?
Man, I'm doing the same way as I was the last episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to say that every episode, man, I'm good. Could be worse, and I could be dead. You know what I'm saying?
You could
be here, and I look at it that way, really.
On the other side of the dirt.
Yeah. Most of the complaints we have, they don't amount to shit. The worries that you have, they usually never happen. Mm-hmm. So be careful, be happy with life. You know what I'm saying? Or not. Yeah. But a lot of people, they have mental health issues, especially they're saying it now. Mm-hmm. And I really do wonder what are some of the issues that people have. But before you answer that, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Life is I'm still dodging lemons over here. Slicing some of them, trying to make some lemonade, bro. But, I'd give it like a 6.5-ish, 7 right now.
Man, one thing, I mean this, man. I saw my good grandkids before I came here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And whenever I see them, man, if I, that just makes me happy, man. Seeing like not, my kids, but my kids' kids. You know what I'm saying? To be alive, to see that even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so just to see them smile, that shit really, man, that's really what I live for now. Is 3, 4, 5 smiles, however many smiles for my grandkids, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That real stuff that helps with that mental health. With that mental
really
health
does,
right
man.
there, man, for real.
Yeah.
With that said, what are some ways to I don't know if you can just prevent mental health altogether, but to kind of help in taking care of the solution?
I think it's perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the perspective really should be for most people, if you're living right, is that, man, life is not meant to be peaches and cream. Life is hard.
Tough, man.
Life is very hard. I would say probably like 80%, 20%, 80% more hard
80,
times.
80 and 20 is a good ratio.
But the 20% good times, you just relish in that. Realizing that, hey, I know some hard times are going to come. That's life. Somebody's going to die. Somebody's going to get sick. Somebody's going to be unhappy about this. You might have thought you was doing the best in a situation. Somebody saw it as the worst. So it's like, man, please, just be happy that you exist. Try to make the best of things, but realize life is hard, man.
Ups and downs.
You look at people now, some people literally had to cut out, and they were saying it today, that a lot of people make the decision now not to eat as much beef as they used to, or any other meats other than chicken. They've had to scale down. And of course, some people have had to scale down from the chicken to whatever. Some people have had to scale down from the house to homeless.
What are you scaling down from chicken? What's the scale down from chicken?
Shit like potted meat, maybe, and Vienna hot dog. Yeah, that's one of hot dogs. Yeah, I can remember, man, when I was coming up, man, we had a family, and whenever I would go into his house, right, my man,
I got you.
I guess it was about 8 or 9 of them. Something like that, and then older brothers and sisters always coming in and out and shit like that. And his mom, every time he went to his house, man, there was always a big pot of hot dogs on the stove. And they would be boiling and shit, and some of them, you know how the hot dog bust open. Like, yo, man. It'd be like, yo, anytime y'all want to eat, just grab one of these motherfuckers. But yeah, man.
You take them down, or at least one of them bad boys.
I didn't used to eat in my man's house. Some people's house I didn't eat in. You know what I'm saying? You just come in and be like, nah, that's all right.
No, thank you.
I ain't fucking around with nothing in here.
Your son was like,
you cool as a fan, but I ain't fucking with nothing in your house, bro. I ain't eating a goddamn thing. But man, you do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
You got to do what you got to do, man.
And I'm going to tell you something, man, that really, really,
come on,
really makes me feel, feel blessed. And that is, I watch YouTube. And on YouTube, I don't know who's doing it. I don't know who's the cameraman, because they got some real hell of a good footage. But it's of these Bush tribe in Africa. And when you look at some of the shit that they're eating, man.
Oh, honeycombs?
No, it's worse than it. It looks like it looked like the inside lining of some animal's stomach or something.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like some
bile.
Yes. And these motherfuckers, and I don't know what it is. It could have been good, or again, we've been doing this for a long time, so
acquired taste.
But they be smacking and all that shit. Like, yo, this shit is fire. I promise you. I look at that and say, look, man, just from looking at it, I'm not feeling it. So I could imagine, man,
their
if I had to eat
is
that.
like a hyena.
And so that makes me feel so blessed, man.
Innards. The bush life got you feeling.
Who knows? Some of the stuff I see them eat, man.
Hyena innards and like lion asshole.
Honey is a treasure for them.
Oh.
And man, I tell you what, no
them?
matter what they eat though, I promise you, I'll be looking at it like, boy, they sure make that shit look good.
Oh, yeah.
When they get that honey.
They savor it, boy.
Boy, I mean, yeah. When they get that honey, I'm like, shit, they be lapping that shit up, man.
It like whelps all over their head, their eyes swollen and shit.
I ain't seen all of that. What, from going in the beehive?
But they go in like,
they already know how to do it. They already know how to do it, man. It's called survival.
I'm sure they probably got hard skin all in the classic little.
Or they kind of know how to go in, because I think they said a lot of nature, different type of animals and different species, they can sense your vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
like
sure.
a dog, for instance. If he sees or feels like a person is nervous, he gets a lot of times more aggressive or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it could be that, the bees sense that it's like nothing foreign. They know how to totally relax and do whatever they're going to do. Mm-hmm. And their bodies over centuries probably got immune to bee stings.
Now that could be possible. But I feel like those stings are going to give you a little bump regardless. It's probably like right now, when I get ant bites, they're not, it's like I just kill them and I just keep it pushing. It's probably something like that.
Yeah, but I bet you, man, there must not be no red ant.
No, it's a red ant, but it's not like I'm covered in them. Like, how they sometimes slip in between your little fingers?
Between your digits, Or you get bit on the feet and shit, like if you step in that ant pile.
As long as I look and I don't see it's like a gang of them, I'm like, all right.
But I tell you, man, when you accidentally step on that pile, you don't
active.
know it, and they all communicate with each other. It's like, sting this motherfucker. It's like the leader is saying that, hey, when I say go, we gonna sting this motherfucker all at the same time. And when you get that sting, man, it's like,
no, but
shit,
they do,
man.
they bite, they like curl themselves.
I don't know about all that curling, but I know
swear,
they put a sting on your ass.
They try to give you a good.
Yeah, man, and it's like, you don't know that you in that ant pile, then all of a sudden you just feel that. And it's like, oh, shit, man, I done stepped in the wrong place.
Man, speaking of, I tried riding the sidewalk with Roski.
Riding the sidewalk?
Bad idea. Try to Chico. The first two, I'm like, all right, well, no, we're going back. It was a little too. She's not skilled enough for it.
I didn't think she was ready to pedal that far.
Or just from the end of the thing.
Oh, you took it in the car.
Yeah,
took the bike in the car. Okay,
but her first two pedals were just instantly into the street.
Yeah,
I'm like, golly,
that ain't gonna work.
And I was holding the scooter too, so
no,
crazy.
You gotta take them somewhere. Because Tina's ready to ride a regular bike, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ready to teach him to move up in the world. But anyway, you got to take him somewhere where there's no
We got to
cars.
get an OG Lee filming how to ride a bike.
Man, I got to. I've taught a lot of my grandkids.
I swear,
man. I'm telling you, they learn quick, too.
It.
One I taught in not even 15 minutes. And she was off and running, man.
You going to have people watching that for real.
Yeah.
Watch you on YouTube, showing them how to...
I was a late bloomer when it comes to bikes. Because I could still remember there was this... what you call a big wheel. You may have heard of it. But I was like one of the first people who had a big wheel when it came out like in the 60s or some shit. And I just was late to ride a bike, man. I might have been like 9 or 10 on a big wheel and shit, man.
Still
Niggas was looking at me like, yo, what the fuck? They was on
I'm cool, bro.
bikes and shit. Like, nigga, what you doing down there on a big wheel?
I finally got one,
I had
man.
to step up.
I finally got one, bruh.
Then I started learning how to ride a bike, but I could only ride it if somebody was on the back. My sister would be on the back, on the seat. It's the only way I could balance it or whatever. And then me and her ran into a lady one time, an old lady. Me and her ran into the old lady. It was a trip, man. This old lady, she used to always, for whatever reason, she had ace bandages around her legs. Always walk slow, getting to wherever she was going. Older lady. And me and my sister, man, I seen the lady and everything, and I don't know why. I couldn't control it when I got up there. Boom, crashed into the lady. Ba-bam! She fell down. I was a Spanish lady, Puerto Rican lady.
Damn.
She fell down. We just jumped off the bike, left it right there, and just ran. We was just so, spooked and shit. Ran up in our house and shit, scared to come back out.
It was your bike, obviously?
Yeah, it was our bike. Yeah.
You just left them on.
And we were on the sidewalk.
Did you ever get it back?
Oh, yeah. Whoever, my mom probably went and got it or whatever, but we were so scared because we hit the lady, knocked the old lady down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she hurt?
No, but I'm sure she wasn't, feeling real good the next morning or whatever.
She didn't just shake back.
But back then, nobody was like, I'm going to sue you. And back nowadays, it'd be like somebody, knocking on the door, serving you with a lawsuit or something.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Oh man.
What happened?
I heard today. I was listening to some NPR.
Yeah, National Public Radio.
And it was just a quick little segment of how many birds do you think die per year from kind of running into, that window pane glass?
Well, I think I saw that too. And I don't know about window pane glass in general, but at that place they was having quite a bit, like 8,000 or a whole.
I'm talking about yearly.
Yearly it was like 80,000 or something like that or something.
They said 1 billion.
Not at 1 year, right there.
What was it?
It wasn't no billion. They was talking about over a certain period of time, man. 1 billion birds.
A year.
That's a lot of damn.
That's what I was saying when I heard it.
Wasn't that though, man? Because they would remember they were saying that they didn't want to do the new design to stop it because it was too much money, basically. But once that one day they got 8,000. Right? So if it's 8,000 and you do 365, no way does that equal anything in a billion.
That's just in that place.
Right, but they said he said the people did change their mind about changing the design of the windows that day that they got 8,000 birds. So they were overwhelmed that day that made them say, oh, we need to change this. So I'm saying 8,000 times 365 days equals nowhere near in the billions. Not even hard in the millions. That's too many damn birds to be killed.
I swear I heard her say some crazy number.
It wasn't like that though. It was 8,000 that one day. But yeah, not in the millions or the billions, really. That'd be too many damn birds. A billion birds probably don't even pass a place in a year, especially if in the country or something. But that was something that I never thought about, which was the buildings were made and had glass panes. And the birds didn't realize that it was glass, and they were running into them, killing themselves.
Boom, hitting that thing at full speed.
And I could see that happening too. So
Kamikaze.
8,000 do that in one day. Whoever's business or whatever that was, they was like, yeah, we got to get with the new program. You know what I'm saying?
Every year, more than 1 million birds, 1 billion, collide with glass in the U.S. alone.
Okay, maybe in the U.S. alone, but that one particular place, it was nowhere near.
That's not what I said. I said in the world.
Well, we got the footage. Don't they got that commercial? You go back to the footage. You throw the flag. You go back. We got the footage. But anyway,
come on.
A billion is a lot. Yeah, a lot. I could see that in the states, the 50 states. But I was talking about that one location. 8,000 a day is when they really got the ass and said we need to change this. But anywho,
they're just going for birds.
I wonder what you could think about, what you could do with those birds so that you wouldn't just have to kill them or whatever. Can you think how you could recycle those dead birds?
Use them probably for some hunting something, decor even, or like a taxidermy situation. Practice. That's a lot of practice.
Yeah. All those birds, I know what I would do with them. If I was like a farm, I'd be like, man, give me all the birds you can, man. That's what I would feed my hogs. Because you always have an issue with that, Why buy feed, man? Your hogs will eat anything.
I feel like they'll gobble those boys up real quick.
They will. You know how my one partner, he just used to get all the slop, from the elementary schools that they throw away, And that was a trip, though. Let me tell you this one day when old Mike in them, right? That's what he would do. He would go to the local elementary school and get their slop. Mm-hmm. So he was feeding the hogs, right? And I was over there checking it out, and he was putting the slop in, in their trough or whatever. And I saw a couple of plastic spoons go down in there when he was doing, the food. So I went to reach in and shit to get the plastic spoons out. He was like, man, leave that. Don't worry about that shit. He said they eat all of that shit like that. I never forgot that, man. When I thought about that, when I thought about what you are really eating, and that's what made me think about doing the birds, giving them to the hogs, because the hogs eat anything. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget that. He was like, man, don't go reaching in there to get that out. I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking, that I had to get these. He's like, man, they eat all of that shit.
These are what do they call them when they're like all well taken care of? Or not organic, but I feel like it's another word.
Grain fed or something fed or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that's good stuff because it's food. But you know how kids don't eat that bullshit. So he used to get all of that, and they would eat that, plastic spoons, forks, and all. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a lot of them, because you know how they have you separated when you're supposed to put this in there, that in there, whatever. But it was enough of them where I thought, you'd have to pull that out. But no, they ate that
how
shit
many,
too.
How many hogs do you think it would take to get rid of 2 human bodies?
Shit, not very long, especially if you didn't feed them for a couple of days. Shit, it wouldn't take them no time at all. Teeth, hair, every goddamn thing they'll eat.
Oh yeah, what do they have in here? These little teeth and then some big.
I never really paid attention up close to see how many damn teeth they got.
But like no, not. I'm thinking about like a warthog more like, because a normal hog, he doesn't have those tusks. He just has, I guess, some little incisors.
But I know one thing: a normal hog will tear your ass up. And I forget what they used to call them hogs that used to be. Shout out to Grafenwehr. I know people who ever been in the military in Germany, they know about Graf.
Not warthog, they call them.
What did they used to call them? Boar hogs, yeah. Boar hogs. Bruh, them boar hogs and chase many of soldiers up a tree, bruh. Many. Especially if they have them little fucking piglets or hoglets with them and shit. Yeah. Bruh, they be so protective. Yeah. And I don't know what kind of teeth or nothing. All I know is when you hear them motherfuckers, man, go the other way. Go the other way.
Get on out of there. I couldn't think of what the ones are called, and they have them in Vegas.
Hogs in Vegas? Everybody's a hog in Vegas.
Javelina.
That's why people come to Vegas, because they freaking greedy hogs.
They're hogs.
And they leave motherfucking broke damn near every time.
That's how it happens.
Every time.
Speaking of, I don't know if it's in Vegas, but have you been seeing the Paul versus Tyson?
Man, I still wish Tyson would not do that, man. Unless it's a bullshit ass fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. Because they kind of been
stipulations.
Well, with the promoting, even I'm seeing them too close to each other, buddy type shit to really hit the ring and go, crazy, But if it's real, I hate it for Tyson because of his age. You know what I'm saying? My man, I saw him in a couple of fights, Paul, and I respect his punching power. And I really don't think Tyson needs to, if it's a real fight, he don't need to get hit upside the head with too many haymakers, man, at this age. It may not show tomorrow, but 5 years from now, I'm telling you, your head don't need to be rattled at that age, no matter who the fuck you are. So if it's a real fight, bro, Tyson ain't got nothing to gain from it, man. He's a fucking legend. He's respected everywhere he goes. When he was in his prime, known I knock every motherfucker out. Now it's your time to retire and just relax with that. Don't be fucking around with no young motherfuckers, damn near half your age or something like that, trying to prove what?
Getting your head punched off.
No, man. And I respect that, but I hope it's like a celebrity type shit. And you said it's a lot of stipulations. Do you know some of them?
I don't know a lot, but I think it's I don't know if the time is limited, but something was definitely different. It wasn't just like a normal boxing match. It were definitely.
But it's nothing regulating how hard you hit.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's a real fight like that, Tyson still got some fire in him too, but my man is gonna be throwing some shots, right? So why go through that shit like that?
What if he knocks him out though? Tyson knocks him out.
Well, great. Then people would say, hey, 60-year-old Tyson still got it. I hope he, it would still retire at that point and not keep doing it. Because if he knocks him out, I don't think he's going to knock him out before he takes some shots. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm talking about. 60-year-old guy getting his head rattled a few times. If he can avoid that, then he's good.
I think he might enjoy it.
See, the thing about it is you won't realize it right then. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that scares me with somebody that age. You're not going to realize it at the fight. You know what I mean? It's the aftermath of that, man, from your brain getting fucking rattled like that when you're 60 years old.
From your brain bouncing.
But maybe his is used to that. I didn't know that people's brains get muscles and shit. But, hey, who knows? I just wish the brother wouldn't do it if it's a real fight.
What's the best way to, because your brain is a muscle, what's the best way to work it out, you think?
Man, do some fucking crossword puzzles or something.
The crossword?
It ain't going to be from me taking shots and shit. And really, in boxing, if it was a humane sport, they would be wearing headgear like the younger boxers do, But once you graduate,
some of that CTE, boy, come on.
I tell you what, man, it's a brutal sport, very fucking brutal. But we like brutality.
I'm about to say, Americans love sports where somebody can get some head trauma.
That power slap shit. Now I saw the other day 2 women. And I said, of course, everything that women see the man do, she wants to do.
I saw something that looked foreign, some ass slap competition, same way.
No. You saw that for real?
I swear.
Ass slapping contest?
But it was in it was in like Colombia or something.
So, but now...
Great competition, I'll say. Great competition.
So when you do the power slap, it's to knock somebody out. Mm-hmm. When you're slapping somebody on the ass, what's the objective of that?
It kind of looked like jiggle factor. It's kind of
So that means y'all got to be working together. I'm going to slap it so hard, and you got to make it jiggle a certain...
I think they could, I guess, gave up if they, couldn't stand
it. Man, where the fuck you seen that at, man? An ass slapping contest?
Might have been World Star, might have been Twitter.
What is the goal of it, though? I'm trying to... What is the goal?
What's the goal of the slapping competition?
But the power slap?
Yeah, just a knockout.
Just like a boxing match or anything else?
I would say submission, I guess, just in the ass slapping competition.
But again, to see if you could submit to the ass slapper?
Yeah, if you can't say any more slappage.
Any more slappage?
Yeah.
But look, she got nothing to gain on him. He's slapping her ass.
It's woman on woman.
But even if you mean they go back and forth to see who? What is submission when the other one just says, "That's it, I give"?
No more ass slapping.
So when you saw it was 2 women just slapping each other's ass back and forth.
I saw about
nigga, you lying, but they might come up with
2 or 3 rounds. I swear I did see that. I'm not bullshitting. A good 2 or 3 rounds
to see who's. So I guess you got to work on your squats or something like that on that. So they just slapping that muscle.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick, man. You ain't see no shit like that.
I'll have to tag you, bro. I'm gonna give you the tag next time it comes across my social.
Oh my goodness.
It's great content. I gave it a thumbs up, so hopefully it'll spin back around.
You gave it a thumbs up. Huh?
2 thumbs up.
Ask you no more questions.
Who my fake laugh made me think of it, but who would you say are your top maybe 3 comedians?
I still rock with my man Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
And Cat Williams is an interesting character too. And then I would probably have to go with, and I'm not in that order necessarily, but Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Greats, Dave, Cat, and
as far as great minds. As far as great minds in comedy, I would if I had to grade them, I would go with probably Cat Williams first with his type of
top of the
line, comedy. Then Dave Chappelle, then Cedric. Yeah.
You've heard some recent Cat, or what you going for?
I haven't heard any recent, but just hearing them overall the different years with the comedy, as well as he's got the physical shit going with his comedy, So that's just some icing on the cake relative to Cedric.
Physical? What you mean?
Like it's always been where if he's talking about something, the motherfucker's acting it out. He might be on the fucking floor doing shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you.
And so he's got some physical comedy as well to add to his repertoire. Whereas, somebody like Cedric, he got some, but not very much. And Dave Chappelle just makes you laugh from him just standing there telling you and talking about shit. He has very little physical to his
funny guy.
Yeah.
Talented
he's
as
just
well.
Funny just sitting there telling you about shit that really pertains to you that you didn't even motherfucking realize a lot of times. Like, oh shit, yeah, he right about that.
That relatability factor, then slap you with a punchline.
And they get paid for doing it.
Man. Talents, man. Talents. Hey, Schoolie Gang, if you still rocking with us, if you
subscribe.
If you cool with us,
subscribe, goddammit.
School with us, man. Like, comment, subscribe. It's Old School, New School.
Old school, new
my
school.
brewski getting a little.
I'm
low-ski.
old school.
Hey, I'm new school.
He new school.
We gonna take us a little chill.
Put us together and we gonna act a
fool.
fool.
Style. Put us together. We act a fool.
Old school, new school.
Listen to some of that.
We
Don
get together
Mills,
and
man.
act a fool.
Tempo up the
If
tempo,
it's
man.
up
We
to
gonna be
tempo.
right back.
Subscribe.
Hey, and we are
Back up on the scene.
back up on the scene.
On the obscene.
Hey, off cam, we had started the convo, but we can bring some off cam convos to the cam because we's on the air.
Yeah, man. You gotta watch what you say on the air. You know.
Yeah,
I got thrown off the air a couple times, man. He said I was too over the top,
risque,
too risque, too over the top, too obscene.
There was some obscene language.
Yeah.
You almost threw me off of what I was gonna say, but we were talking about.
You talking about when we talking about being stanky?
A versus between
Being stanky?
deodorant versus must programming. This is an OG Lee topic.
Musty.
This is an OG Lee topic.
I can hear my moms now saying that to my older brother.
You must.
Boy, go put you on some deodorant. You just as musty.
Stang, boy.
But what I'm telling you is, man, that is programming, right? We're programmed to think that your natural body odor smells worse than Arid. Or do they make Arid anymore?
Arid.
Or
That sounds
what kind I use? I use Ban or some shit like
You're a
that.
Dove type of guy.
There's no Dove deodorant, is it?
Oh, we're going
Not soap, yeah.
Mitchell, you're not a
Yeah,
Mitchell
Mitchell,
guy?
that's mine. Yeah, Mitchell.
Okay.
But here lately, like I said, man, I've cut down
I've been
because
using a
I
different
heard this and I didn't look at my particular deodorant now to see the aluminum content, right? Because that gets absorbed into your body, you know.
Through one of those big pores.
And when you use your phone, you know what I'm saying, it starts picking up different area codes and shit from the aluminum.
You got goddamn radioactive pitties.
But no,
going
the
on.
aluminum supposedly is not real conducive for humans, right? So people are saying, medical people have said, you know, if you could avoid the aluminum, you know, so some people are going to a more natural deodorant or none at times, you know, and that's what I've done. If I'm not going to be doing any serious hard work to make me, as they say, musty, then I don't put it on. But I'm saying too that the musty smell, the musty smell is not that bad.
Depending on who you're talking. Are you talking about yourself, right?
But I'm not
The
talking
smell of
about
yourself?
somebody, say, going out to work, right? Getting all sweaty and musty and decide don't bathe. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you bathe like you normally would. You get up in the morning.
Like some around the house must.
And you go to work.
Oh,
if
okay.
you're not doing physical work, I don't think you should be musty now to the point where it's like offensive. Somebody could smell you way off. If it is, you got probably some problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you got a desk job, right? You took a shower or a bath that night. You woke up, you came to work. There's no reason why you should be musty already, right? Unless you just got some real foul odors from something, I don't know. But there's no reason why right off the top you got musty overnight. Now, if you had sex or something like that, then of course maybe even wash your ass, of course, take a shower. But especially now, if you take the shower in the morning, right? If you didn't put on deodorant, why would you be musty at work at like say 10 o'clock? What have you done, right? You doing a desk job, right?
That must be
so
on.
that type of body odor that's just a natural from just being, to me, that's not offensive, and it shouldn't be unless you program to think, oh, any little bit of my body odor stinks. I gotta go and get me some Mitchum or some whatever type of secret or whatever it is.
Might be the one I'm using right now.
Huh?
Harry's might be the name of the deodorant I'm using currently.
Oh, Harry's I know Harry's got they got deodorant now too?
I think so.
I never heard of Harry's deodorant. Maybe that's why you need to change. No, but really, I think we've been programmed, and that must, as we call it, is not that bad. You know, and when you say somebody's musty,
a little onion to your
when you say somebody's musty, right? You kind of get an idea of that smell if you're from the culture.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You're a little garlicky,
so
brother.
I don't see why we want to think that that's so offensive, and that if you smell like, you know, some French whore, that all of a sudden now that's a good smell. Yeah. You know, but
a little neutral, a little cocoa butter, you know, a little butter. You put on a little shea butter or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's what we're going for.
And I tell you what's when you can tell if somebody's really, you know, musty probably is when you see them pitting. You know what I'm saying? She's like, wow, damn, why has he got, you know, why has he got all that shit on his armpits? If we talking about business, then you be like, yo, man, I don't know if we should trust this motherfucker.
I used to get those crazy.
If we negotiating some shit or talking about some business, you all sweating under the armpits. I'm like, I don't know if we should trust this motherfucker. It's kind of like that Giuliani shit. He talking. Next thing you know, he's sweating, lying so much, that shit rolling all down his face. Say, what is he lying about?
That Giuliani.
What is he lying about? We's free. Thank God Almighty. We's free. How does it feel to be free, man?
It's good, man. I haven't known any other way, so it's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
Glad I don't know the other side of it.
Yeah, man. I could
this
not
one
be
today,
on the other side of a whip.
That ring, of course.
So what you dealing with here? You talking about what is that you dealing with right there?
This ring right here indicates the good old mind crusher.
Okay, all right. So we're dealing with a mind crusher.
Mind crusher.
Hey, by the way, man, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw double-digit schoolies.
Double-digit schoolies, yeah. We got about
I think 17.
13, I'll be honest. 13 returning watchers.
Oh, I thought it was 17, man. I'm going for the 17. Mm-hmm. It's 13, 17. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Gave us a shout
Schoolies
out. Gave us a notice.
Are coming
Schoolie
on
gang,
board,
we seeing you, man.
Schoolie boy.
If you cool with us, come school with us, man.
Hey, but I want those 17 schoolies to share. Don't just like, don't just subscribe.
And don't just be hiding in
share.
There, checking shit out. And
you feel it. If you feel it. Man. If you don't feel like sharing it, man, don't share it.
You just in there looking.
I shouldn't say that. I should just be like, yo, share it. But fuck it. If you don't want to share it, man, don't share it. But you come back.
And we gonna come through for your whole... Nah, come on, relax. Yeah, relax.
No, really. Everything is copacetic, and share and do like, and if nothing else, subscribe.
Hey, this mind crusher right here though is entitled.
Hey, wait. They used to say something, and it used to be a part of the United Negro College Fund, and it used to go like this: the mind is a terrible thing to waste. But go ahead on the mind crusher.
The mind is a terrible thing to waste. With that being said, you're in a plane, and the pilot has just announced that the plane's going down. What do you do with the bag of peanuts in your hand?
Man, this is one that we did before.
This is?
Yeah. Because I tell you what I do with the bag of peanuts in my hand.
What you doing with that bad boy?
I would toss those peanuts and grab my nuts.
And hold on for dear life?
Yeah, I would grab my nuts as I'm putting my head between my legs to kiss my ass goodbye. If I'm in a plane and it's going down.
That's your tornado protocol.
You know why? Because I don't think there would be any chance of us to survive it, because the pilot is the one that told us it's going down, right? So usually the person in charge, they'd be cool, calm, and collected if it wasn't just all out mayhem, right? Mm-hmm. But the pilot is telling you, it's the last resort that he would tell you this. We going down. We in the air.
Down. Okay, say
I'm going down.
Say they.
That's what I would start singing.
Yeah, say they announce that the plane is descending rapidly, and they do it in like song form. How would you feel about that? We going down, down, baby. Oh shit!
I'm going down. Would you want fast music or slow music?
That's what I'm saying.
Going
like, how would you want them? Would that be a good? Would you be like, oh wow, that makes me feel a little better?
I would want them to start with the fast and then mix, whoop, 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 and go in then with the slow. Something like that.
Let's get down.
How long do you think it would take us to descend,
right?
Man?
How long were we partying for?
Shit.
I think I might like.
What artist would you like to hear when you going down, man? What would be your last artist that you want to hear?
I would like the theme to be going.
You want
down.
Nelly? You said we going down, down, baby. Like that. You want Nelly?
Street in a Range Rover.
You want Nelly?
Yeah, they could be playing that on that down, down part. I could descend to that.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Let me see if I really had to think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking somebody who has some lyrics on cue.
Maybe House of Pain.
Come on, hit me with it. Come on.
Jump around. Jump around.
Okay.
Jump up, and jump down. Yeah, some House of Pain. Because once we hit, we're going to be doing some damn jumping around, all right.
Oh, man, a lot of squirming.
But don't say that, man. I got a flight I got to get on in a couple of months. Did I tell you I was going to Antarctica?
Are you actually, man?
Yeah, I told you about they got the Father and Son podcast, the only other one that I know of. You? Man, they saw our podcast, man. It was like, hey, we doing the same thing in Antarctica. It's like, I didn't know that, man.
Cap.
Yeah. So I'm going to be going there and seeing what's going on with that.
Since you said we did our other Mind Crusher, I mean...
Yeah, what did you say on that? You remember what you said? But that's what I said, what I'm going to do with the peanuts. I wasn't thinking about the peanuts. But I know one thing that I did say, that the airlines are so cheap. Where did we get the peanuts from? Because they stopped giving out peanuts, a lot of them.
Hey, here and there, it might have hit a little jackpot.
Where did we get those peanuts? They don't let you bring shit on the plane.
Me with the peanuts, they're all getting popped in my mouth real quick. No shit.
To break, the fall, huh? When you hit the ground, at least if you're chewing, maybe that might not. Well.
Peanut.
Oh, that's your last meal.
Yeah, come on.
Peanuts, okay.
Get that on in there.
I thought you was gonna say I'm gonna start throwing them at people. I was like, man, why?
Oh, what if somebody does choose violence? They just
choose what?
Violence. They stand up. Fuck your seatbelt.
Man, you gonna be going down so fast, you ain't gonna be thinking about no violence. Although I don't know what you would be thinking about. What do you think you would be thinking about? Knowing, man, I'm going, to my death, man.
I'll be all the good stuff. My kids.
You think all that would go through your mind?
I would see them like. I think that like people say that life flashes before their eyes. I think that does happen.
What do you think they mean if it's really something that's happened really instantaneously, that they say life flashed before my eyes?
I think Father Time, when he knows it's that time, he gives you like a little...
He gives you a preview because it's got to be quick when you're going from scene to thing. You're going from flick to flick to flick to flick. You know what I'm saying? If it's flashing before your eyes, you know.
Right, I'm thinking Father Time, him and the Grim Reaper kind of got a little...
But man, I would be feeling like a bad motherfucker. That 50 Cent shit. If I survived the plane crash and shit.
Oh, man.
He said, like, I took 9. Right? I'd be like, yo, I took a fucking plane fall.
What I'm saying?
99,000 altitude, boy. My name would be $1.
You doubled up.
I'm talking 100,000 feet in the air, my boy. I survived a plane crash. My motherfucking name is $1. I took a fucking plane crash.
Big body, hard body, out the sky.
Oh, man.
We out here for real.
Hey, they don't know about...
I haven't even read this Mind Crusher.
They know about the crying towel?
The cryitis?
Oh, man, I got cryitis, man. If I laugh, I cry.
Hold on.
Take eye ducts and shit.
Chill out. Take a real moment of silence, bro.
Who we taking it for?
For OG Lee and his cryitis. Come on, bro.
Man.
I'm trying to say some real stuff over here.
Come on with that real talk. That's another segment. Real talk.
That during this Father Son podcast, the best in the world, that OG Lee will be cured of this terrible disease that has him having now. Old School, New School towels, and I hope that from this point on he's healed and better. Thank you.
I want them to get one of these. This is part of the merch, right? And if you start taking my advice about not wearing the deodorant, you might need you one of these.
To wash up under them arms, man.
Or you may want to just have it at your desk at the office. You know what I'm saying? You might just have to pat your underarms or something.
I'm encouraging, slip you in a little.
Shoot. These are good. Hey, but look.
If you must.
What you could do is get you one of these. They don't just be in white. You know what I'm saying? In case you don't ever want to wash it. You feel me? If it's blue or something like that, you won't be able to see the dirt. You know what I'm saying? And only you'll know up close to this funky. You know what I'm saying?
A dirty rag.
So it ain't got to be white. See, I got to keep washing the white. But you can get, I think we could get them in black too, right?
Oh, yeah, come on. We get what you need. We get what you need, but hey, you can't let me get off this mind.
Matter of fact, we're going to give one out, man, for the first person in the comments who says, hey, man, send me one of them cry rags, cry towels. We're going to send you one.
Old School, New School 6 at Gmail. Come on.
What episode is this? 48. 48.
Hey. Do you want another mind crusher since you said we did?
Let's go. Let's crush some minds, man.
Cool bottle, sweet name.
Sweet what?
Name. Name.
Wait, no. Okay. Sweet bottle.
Would you, OG Lee, drink a cold bottle of crab juice if it had a really cool bottle and a sweet name? Like Crambo the Big Juice. And the bottle was a cool shape, like a hexagon.
Crab juice?
Crab juice. Crambo, the crab juice. Hexagon shaped bottle.
That's the end of it? Would I drink that?
Yeah, would you rock out with that?
No. Not if I didn't have to. Were they paying me or some shit?
Not even if we were like in Maine, top-notch crab.
I ain't fucking with no crab juice, man.
Have you heard that though? That Maine is like the place for crab.
It is one of the best places.
I gotta pull up there. They're making
Maine, and I think
crab
lobster is a Maine product too. I'm not sure, man. I don't know too many niggas from Maine. Never been to Maine myself.
Yeah, what?
Oh, I gotta take that back though. I did leave from a port of call in Bangor, Maine, back in the day. Now that I remember, yeah. But I didn't get to go out to see the little Mainettes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All the little Mainies out there. All the little Maines out there.
Romanians. Bromanians if they black. I'm a Bromanian. Yeah.
How many more you got of those? Bromanian. Asianian. Right. That's a little curveball in there. That's a little curveball.
It's one of them, because we were discussing this before. I think the one that we had way wrong was, I think, when the people are from Michigan or something like that.
Michiganian, I think we
it was one of them that we were way off.
Ooh, that's an early episode right there to the real schooly game.
Mm-hmm. What you say? If they cool with me, come school with me?
Come on, if you cool with me, come on, man. Okay. You know the word. You know the word. You know the vibes. You know who it is.
I'm old school. I'll be forgetting sometime, man.
Yeah. It be like that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
hey. Go ahead, you first.
Mine, I don't know. It's not necessarily boots, but it's a little something to think about. What you got over there?
Mine, man, I was thinking was, it was something. Oh, Bitcoin watch.
Oh,
Bitcoin watch.
Oh, Julie ain't been leading us.
And I'm thinking, man, that the last time I brought this up, I think it was at 76,000. Something like relatively close to that. And today it's trading at 88. I'm going to get official on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
Come
official
on, give us timestamps.
And the reason I'm going to do that.
Put it on the record right now.
The reason I'm going to do that is because this thing is going up by leaps and bounds. And it's, a matter of fact, unbelievable. It's come off its highs a little bit, but we're still looking at on November 12th. Is it 12th or 13th?
Today's the 12th, I think.
November 12th, 2024.
Yes,
The
indeed.
Bitcoin is at $87,368. Wow. Do you realize that is $11,000 from the last time we videoed? Is that such a thing? The last time we videoed? 11,000. Wow.
Oh, it's up and up.
Wow, that's going up faster than our rent, man. You realize that, man? We gotta pay these people $12,000 to rent this studio, man.
Don't tell them the business.
Damn.
Don't tell them all the business. But hey, I had I think this might have been an OG Lead topic.
Wow, lay it on me, brother.
The purpose of a think tank.
Oh my God.
And their influences on national / international policy.
Oh my God.
Loaded.
But you know what? I was thinking about that, man, because I was listening to so many people, and when they talk about the politics, whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans, one of the things that they keep mentioning is who, the leader, Trump or Harris. Trump or Harris come with a whole entourage. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, those think tanks are the ones who actually come up with a lot of the policies, and then they lean on the one who's in charge, the president or whatever, to adopt those policies. And a lot of times the president does that because these are supposedly the scholars, right? So something that we're gonna have to follow.
In the group, in the think tank you're talking about?
Say that again.
Are the scholars?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones who are formulating policy that are supposedly in the know. Economic scholars, political scholars, and the like.
Got it.
So it's going to be interesting to see, how this all plays out. Because one of the actual mandates was coming from a think tank called the Heritage Foundation. And the project, as most people know, is this Project 2025. And it's supposed to take a total conservative slant. And it's online for anyone to see.
And it's
called
of the year?
project2025.org. And you can go on for yourself and see. But it's basically a conservative wave that's supposed to hit. And these people from the Heritage Foundation have orchestrated it.
The South shall rise.
And they are very organized with their approach. And they're expecting to hit the ground running in 2025. They've already have candidates for different positions that they recommend. And a lot of them the president is going with, and these are really conservative people. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I'm just saying that to say that people don't realize that there are think tanks, and that the Heritage Foundation is just one of hundreds that actually go in and influence policy. So it's not you saying, oh, Trump is doing this or Trump. No one can know everything about everything. So a lot of times the Trumps of the world actually go to these people to ask, hey, what is it that we should do? Basically, that since y'all have supposedly a finger on the pulse of America, you know what I'm saying? So they go to these think tanks. So it'd be interesting to start your knowledge of think tanks by seeing what's coming, which is the Project 2025. The Heritage Foundation is behind it. Start doing your Googling and doing some research to see how think tanks really influence a lot of things that go on in America.
How many people does it take to make a think tank?
Technically just one. But in general, these think tanks, man, that's another thing. They employ a lot of times hundreds of people. You know what I'm saying? Because they got them going every which way. A lot of times going to these different senators and different representatives, again, to try to influence laws and policies.
Get into your head, man.
Yeah. So it's interesting for people to see that when you think about politics, when you start thinking that it's Trump. I mean, it ultimately comes from him, but after these people have influenced what the bottom line should be. Yes, sir.
And with that said, this word of the day is
word
on script.
The day. Word of the day?
And the word of the day today.
Word of the day
is
ill.
believe it or not, think tank.
Oh my God. I see what you did there. See what you did there, because that's technically two words, but you're going to combine it into one and call it the word of the day. That's brilliant, man.
Let them know it's not going over their heads.
Man, look, that's that Elon Musk shit.
That's
brilliant.
A simple description. A think tank is a group that conducts research and analysis on a variety of topics, and then uses that information to provide advice on policy issues.
Yeah.
So a gang of folks get together.
They say, this is what we should do.
This is how we should do it.
And this is a way we could get them without putting hoods on. Huh? We do this shit legal, man. We don't need no hoods no more. We get them legally, man. And another way we'll get them, because, you know, they really influence economic policy. Mm-hmm. So you got to be careful, man, because they like going after poor people, man. They like doing what they call a change in the assets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Taking what they call a redistribution of assets. They take it from the poor and give it to the rich. That's the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
That Peter Pan life.
No, I don't know about Peter Pan. Wasn't it? Who was it? Robin Hood, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh. You was close. You knew it was one of them little white dudes in a little hat and shit like that. Male. But it was Robin Hood, who took from the rich and gave to the poor, but Trump is that other. See, he gonna take from the poor and give it to the rich. Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
But what would you do if you was rich? Would you give poor people any consideration, or would you be really primarily about you and your family and people of your ilk?
What kind of rich are we talking?
I'm talking millionaire trying to get to a billionaire, or already a billionaire.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
You thought too long. You took too long. That means you would be just like them and be like, man, I'm not caring about them. I got mine. Get yours.
Yeah, but I don't know what if they would need some. Of course, I would give them some. I wouldn't just be like.
I'm not talking about you looking at it individually if they would need something. I'm talking about when you look at a government, right? Like the Trump government will be, and I'm really not knocking them.
Yeah.
But they would be like, as you already seen through his first term, I'm for giving the people with money the benefits, tax cuts, and all of this shit. And I might that it trickles down. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, and you think, well, gee, there's a redistribution. That's what he's about. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to think about it. You know? Mm-hmm. So no matter how you look at it, if you're a person like Trump, or you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire, what would you think? Most people would say, hey, you know, me and my boys are the ones that got me in here. The only thing I'm looking out for is cutting taxes, doing whatever for the people, you know, who I'm down with. As far as these poor people, I mean, we'll give them crumbs or whatever, but the main thing I'm interested in is looking out for me and mine. Is that the way you would be? I think without thinking about it, most people would be, because all of us are greedy, right? And so you're going to first look at it like, hey, why do I want to give any monies? Because the first thing I'll say is the government squanders it off, gives it to these people, that people, this people. I'd rather be able to keep mine, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to saying I should pay my fair share so the whole society could thrive. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they're doing. Mm-mm. So, you know, and that's what's crushing the society, as a matter of fact.
What could make that change, you think?
Nothing could change it, because every president that gets in, they don't have the guts to say what really needs to be done. And maybe Elon Musk might. But what really needs to be done is the people who are making money, that they're setting policies, like I said, to say, hey, now, for instance, if your family, you know, if you die, your family gives you money, your inheritance no longer is taxed at, let's say, $300,000. Now it's $30 million before you have to pay tax. So without really knowing, here's a policy that's favoring people with money to say, hey, you don't have to give so much to, you know, the system. You can keep more of it for yourself. And as long as they keep doing policies like that, and they've got several of them, there's no way that your society is going to thrive because you're not putting in enough as far as the people who have money. You know, they're taking it away, and the people who are having to pay are the middle class. You're looking like you're dozing out on me, bro. That's what a lot of young people do when it comes to politics. No, you got to be able to know this shit and talk about it.
I'm a part of that middle class, man. But is it?
Well, we vanishing. You know that?
It's already. Is it gone?
Not quite, but it's going, man. And it seems like we going pretty fast.
Could you put?
I couldn't even afford a hamburger last night, man.
Cap. Could you put a timeline on when it would be out of here, or when it could be revived by?
It's not going to be revived, but it'll be out of here after this Trump administration. See what's happening, man. When you see the dollar losing a lot of its power, and you see all of this stuff going up. It's the people in the corporations, man. They're getting all of the money that they can squeeze out of America, and they're putting it in other places that they know are going to be thriving in the future. They know America's
foreign
down.
countries.
America's gone, yeah. It's the next place, wherever it might be, that they're going to be able to make money for the years to come. America's done with, man. That's why you see everything going up. These people they price gouging. They're making as much money as they can in these last few years. America is like a prune now.
Dang, I don't want to go out on that note, bro.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
America can't shake back?
How would America shake back? You know what I'm saying? I mean, into what? Like they saying, make America great again. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's too many different kinds of people here for the country, the leadership to really be like, man, we want what's good for everybody in this country. There's too many different kinds of people in here that know everybody's got an ulterior motive. Nobody really cares about each other. You got Africans, you got Haitians, you got white people, you got all these different kind of people. This is not like a solidarity type country anymore. It's just a place you come to. First of all, if you want to like be fucking gay and have all this crazy shit going on, you know, it's not the land of opportunity anymore. None whatsoever. Unless you want the opportunity to be LGBTQ, LMNOPQRS.
Just the land of fruit and nuts now, huh?
Yeah, it's everything going on here. America is still a nice country, but its days are numbered. And I think at the end of the Trump presidency, people are going to be saying, as they do all along the whole next 4 years, why am I in America? What does America offer me for me to continue to stay here? I got to find some other place that I can go and start, basically start over again, but it'd be healthy, for your quality of life and everything else. And on that note.
And be homeless.
No. Oh. If you stay here, you're going to be seeing it come down the road. Now, the next 4 years, you're not going to be homeless. But the next some people will be. But for people now who think they're like middle class or whatever, the next 4 years are going to show them that, me being middle class is such a vulnerable thing. It's such a vulnerable thing that if I'm smart, I've saved up some American dollars, and I need to get out while the getting is good.
Gotta get on now.
Get out while the getting is good.
Gotta reach the promised land.
Anyway.
Hey, it's OG Lee, UNDE.
Subscribe.
Old School, New School, episode 40.
Subscribe.
Ocho. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, Schoolie Gang. If you cool with me, come school with me, OG Lee.
I'm still good.
He good. Must programming. Hey.
Subscribe.
OG Lee, UNDE.
We out!